Hello, this is Goku Furusim 1, and I'm back this time to do a video that I've been requested to do for a while, but I hadn't beat the game, and I recently beat the game and uploaded my review. Shadowcool 9000 wants me to talk about Assassin's Creed 4. But this is not going to be necessarily about Assassin's Creed 4, it's going to be about what I expect to see in the future of Assassin's Creed in general. Now, I saw a little bit about his video, and he did bring up one thing that I will be referencing, and I will give him credit when I get to there. Thank you for the request, and thank you for the support. And, yeah. So, I recently... Now, first of all, let me get one thing clear, very, very clear. If you've not played Assassin's Creed, turn off this video. Just no, turn it off, turn it off. I will be ruining it, because there's no way around that. There's nothing I can do. I can't talk about the future of the series without ruining it. It's not possible for this series. So, to get into more detail, Assassin's Creed is a series where you play as Desmond Miles and you go into the Animus and relive your ancestors' memories. And you have different ancestors, Altair, Ezio, and Connor. And going forward, there will be new ancestors. But going forward, if you've beaten Assassin's Creed 3, you'll realize Desmond died. So that's certainly going to be how they're going to have to proceed in the future. Brand new protagonist. Because Desmond is, for all intents and purposes, the protagonist. Now, my biggest question I have is that the Assassin's Creed Brotherhood and Revelations was, for all intents and purposes, they weren't full games. They had full stories, but they aren't full games. Like, they aren't new engines. They're basically the last game with new features, very much like a sports game would have. And I do expect them to do this with Assassin's Creed 3, with the next one coming out next year. And I read something that Shadowcool 9000 had sent me, and that was, for all intents and purposes, about the French Revolutionary War. And I read a little bit on the article, and it makes perfect sense, because it's a few years after. I was thinking Civil War, but you can't have Desmond or Connor and the Civil War. So the point is the French Revolutionary War being in, I believe, 1793, would make perfect sense. It would bring the series to France, which would be cool to see France at that time period. Probably a better infrastructure. We've never been to France in this series, so that would be really cool. And it would give a new look to the game and a new feel. I do want England eventually, but I don't think that the next series will be England. I think the next maybe full title will be England, possibly, but I hope not. And this is where I'm going to get into my ideas, and one of Shadowcool 9000's ideas. With a new ancestor means a whole new or with a whole new main character means a whole new ancestor, means a whole new ball of wax of where they could go and what they could do with it. And my suggestion is, I want them to go way back in the past. Now, one idea that Shadowcool 9000 brought up is the origins of the assassins. I want the origins of the assassins and the Templars, and I think that would be really, really cool. But one thing I did want to bring up in this video, and I will bring up right now, is that in Assassin's Creed Assassin's Creed 2, you can go inside this villa that you get, and if you go in the basement, there's like a line of different things, and you can meet different assassins. Altair being one of them. You actually get to unlock his suit of armor. Another one is an Egyptian pharaoh one, which I've wanted a female protagonist for the longest time, and this is the time to make the new Desmond a female, and to make you relive her ancestors, which would be females. Now, you could also have males, because ancestor doesn't mean they all have to be males. Desmond absolutely has female ancestors. But the idea is to make the character a female and make that, because I think this is a series that should have female characters. Also should have different ethnic backgrounds. And with Egyptian, if I'm not mistaken, Egyptian would be a little Middle Eastern, and that would be interesting. Give a little bit of a different take. Now, they have had a Middle Eastern protagonist, because Altair has to be Middle Eastern. But you don't really see him that much. The mask never comes off in the game. So yeah, I definitely want to see that. And maybe the next trilogy will be about the origins of the Assassins and the Templar Order. That'd be really good. Now, next year, I do not think that we will be getting Assassin's Creed 4 because they have announced they are coming out with an Assassin's Creed game next year, which I'm happy for. But the biggest question that looms on that fate is who will be the protagonist? Who is going to be in the Animus? Will they just leave the Animus out? That's my guess, because I don't see what they'll do, because you don't introduce the new character and use Connor, but they're going to use Connor. I'm almost sure of this. I'm almost sure that they're going to have the Connor trilogy. So that leaves the question of who would be the character, who would be in the Animus. And we'll see. But also, the game for the PSV, Assassin's Creed Liberation, had a protagonist, and you never know who was in the Animus. So you can still do that idea. It's just a little shaky. Now, I will probably comment on my thoughts on that game. I've not played that game, don't own a PSV. So, or PSV. I own a PSV, not a PSV. So, yeah. But, I mean, I can't wait to find out. E3 is going to be exciting this year for lots of reasons. I'm a Nintendo fanboy, so you can tell why. No, I don't have a Wii U yet, but I cannot wait. It's going to be fantastic. Please leave your comment. Tell me what you want to know in the future Assassin's Creed game, and tell me what kind of videos you want me to make. I like your guys' opinion. And, yes, this was Goku for the Someone, and I'll see you next time. YouTube.